Hi everyone, welcome back to Star Wars Sand-Libs Episode 2 Attack of the Sand.
Lightsaber! Actually, I don't need to have it on because it'll get in the way.
Yeah.
This one is the power of the Force. The Force is a mystical sand power. As Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi once said, the Force is an energy field created by all living sand that surrounds us, penetrates us, and binds the sand together. Using the power of the Force, a Jedi can do many sand things. Like using the Force to exercise sand, control over sand, minded sand. A Jedi can also use the Force to move objects with his or her sand. It doesn't matter how sand these objects are. It only matters how sand the Jedi believes in the Force. Most importantly, the Force teaches a Jedi to rely on his or her feelings. As Obi-Wan Kenobi once told his student Luke Sandwalker, your sands can deceive you. Don't trust them. Instead, a Jedi should trust in the Force.
Now, let's see. Already did that one. I don't think we did this one.
Watto's Junk Shop.
If you're sand in the Outer Rim territories and you need spare sand, your space sand or other odds and sand, the place to go is Watto's Junk Shop. Here you can find everything from robots that jump like Mexican sand beans to replacement wires for your sand droid so that it can sand until it blows a sand. Be careful what kind of money you have in your sand, because Watto doesn't take Republic sand.
Only Empire sand.
You may have to barter with something sand that you own. The Gritty and Sand Watto would love to get his Grammy sand on anything that's precious to you, and don't even think about using a Jedi mind trick on Watto. When he says something costs 10 sand, you better pay up, or he'll raise the price to sand.
What is the price of sand?
Sand, I guess. More
right.
Sand.
Done that one. Done Escape to Sand. Alright, let's go with Boba Fett's Guide to Bounty Hunting. It was Luke Skywalker's destiny to follow in his father's sand steps. And the same can be said for the sand bounty hunter, Boba Fett. To be a bounty hunter, one must live by a very few sand rules. 1. Always be ready to sand at the slightest sign of trouble. Have your jet sand on your back and your spaceship ready to take off at a moment's sand. You never know when you'll have to pursue a runaway sand. Number 2. Don't ask too many sands. You don't want to anger a boss like Jabba the Sand or Darth Sand. Play it safe. Just keep your sands open and your sands shut. I don't know what that means.
Open and closed sand. It's an oxymoron sand.
Just like the military is an open door policy. Something sand. 3. Stay healthy. Get a sand night's sleep every night.
And a sandwich.
Eat your green sand.
Which we just did a Let's Play involving green sand.
And get some sand exercise every day. That way, you'll always be ready for any sand the universe throws at you.
Bucket sand.
That sentence works too well.
Universe used sand attack. It's not very effective.
Oh, here you go. Surprise sand! Pocket sand. I suppose there's at least one more by the Emperor in there.
Well, there's still... I wanted to do this one first.
Okay.
Mos Eisley Sandport. You'll never find a more sand hive of scum and villainy than at this galaxy's most famous watering sand. Mos Eisley, a sandport on the remote sand Tatooine, at this oasis in the middle of the sand terrain, which makes sense.
Hoping Darth Vader
Smugglers,
would...
criminals, and all-around bad sand from all over the galaxy come to refuel their sand. Listen to the music being played by the sand. Sand, 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 and kick off their sand, which is so coarse, rough, and irritating, gets in everywhere.
How do they kick it off? I don't know.
Take off their boots and shake them out.
There'll still be more sand because it gets everywhere.
And what a sand array of creatures you'll see. Aliens with sand on their heads, eyeballs, and even sand-inch long teeth.
Oh god, what the hell does that mean?
Teeth made of sandstone?
Okay.
If you find yourself at Mos Eisley Spaceport, try to stay calm and don't make sand contact with anyone. That's just the kind of sand behavior that will land you in sand trouble.
Let's hope Darth Vader never goes back to a planet full of sand. You want to do more? Alright. Let's see if I want to do that one. Alright. Here's How to Become a Jedi Knight by probably Obi-Wan Kenobi. Although the picture's Obi-Wan and Luke dueling on Mustafar.
Obi-Wan and Anakin, you mean?
What did I say? Luke.
Obi-Wan and Luke.
Well, they could have dueled. Yeah, Anakin.
Yeah.
Anakin Sandwalker. ATST? All-Terrain Sandwalker? ATSW, I guess, at that point.
Yeah.
Want to be a Jedi Sand? Follow these sand steps. 1. Find a Jedi Master, which there aren't very many left. In order to become a Sand Jedi, a young Padawan or Jedi apprentice needs to learn from someone who has sand, mastered his or her training. Perhaps Master Sand is available. That worked too well. Study the ways of... 2. Study the ways of the Force. It takes a lot of sand patience and belief in the sands around you, but a Padawan must understand the Force before he or she can really practice the ways of a Jedi Sand. There goes my phone. 3. Make your own light sand. Make your own soft sand. Find special sands to place your lightsaber's sand. Then, commune with the Force to make it sand. Listen, sand. Number 4. Listen, sand. Finally, and most sandly, do as the older and wiser Jedi Sand tell you, even if they want to sand.
One more, then we'll, Okay.
I don't think you're the best to talk about a love story, but neither
That's
am
why
I.
it's funny.
Neither am I.
Han and Leia are a sand made in heaven, but you never would have known that when they first met. They have absolutely nothing in common. She's a tough sanding princess who followed in her mother's sand footsteps and became a sand. He's a sand smuggler and a space sand boy with a price on his sand so high that every bounty hunter in the galaxy is sanding for him. One thing Han and Leia do have in common is a sand ability to throw sand insults at each other.
Pocket sand!
Effective.
Pocket sand.
Their accuracy fell.
Stormtroopers must have had tons of sand in their helmets. Although being a sand smuggler, I don't know if it would be the best job.
Leia once called Han a stuck-up, half-witted, sand-looking sand herder.
That sounds like an actual... That sounds like an insult. I don't want to be a sand herder.
When he started teasing her, but even though they used to fight like cats and sand, now they're
Litter
putting up the
box.
soft side in each other like soft sand.
Litter box. The cat fighting sand is for some reason it's in a litter box. And
Since they've fallen in love, the entire rebel force is breathing a sand of relief. They no longer have to listen to Han and Leia's constant sanding.
But they do have to listen to Ben Solo.
Yeah. But yeah.
that's it for today.
Yeah, so until sand time, sand you later.
May the sand be with you.
Sand
Join the dark sand!
is your sandity.
I am your sand!